action. Coming out with it, it's Valentine. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. So the Illinois Fighting Illini offense will have the ball first. They'll be matched up against one of the best secondaries in the country.
And this matchup is going to be so much fun to watch because this defense, they're really, really good. And they like to take away what you do best. And a lot of times that means focusing on your number one guy. Palmer, here's a problem. There's two in this offense. So I can't wait to watch how they handle both of these guys that can make big plays and what answers they try to come up with.
I think that's the big question, right? Because it's really hard as a defense to double two guys. And I think if you're on offense here, you want to try and change the picture, change the formation and alignment, use motion, try and confuse this defense, or at least force them to communicate to get the matchups they want to get. I think there's opportunities in this offense today with these two big-time targets outside to make some plays, but they got to be versatile, and they got to try to be as multiple as they can.
Right side, it's Perry. Plows through the defense. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. Illinois coming back to the line with a 1st and 10. The corners are walked up tight. The give to the lone running back. They were all over it.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Just feeds the running back. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They try to pop a run on the draw. Just sledgehammering his way down to the 33. 6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Looking to pass. It's Hauser. Takes the easy one to the back. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
As so many offensive coordinators script those first 10 to 15 plays, well, his has been gold. Great first drive, moving the ball down the field, now set up to punch it in.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his 1st sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better...
Touchdown, Illini! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I love this offense and the way they started this football game. Listen, last week be dang, okay? Forget last week. Nice job coming out, setting the tone in this ball game, putting a long drive together, and getting a touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Fielded in the end zone, it's Morris. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So the Indiana Hoosiers offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And here are the starters on the offensive front, and you won't find one much better in the country.
And, man, it was so impressive to watch the greatest turnaround in all of college football history. It had a lot to do with the offensive line, right? Guys that got on guys, that communicated. They were so well coached up front. So, Palmer, a couple of new faces, but some familiar faces as well. Can they build that continuity and be a squad again that leads them to the promised land?
Well, they still have that identity up front, right? I know so much of the attention last year went to their Heisman winner quarterback and Fernando Mendoza, and the offensive line is, I think, a big part of his success, and rightfully so. They did a great job in the run game. They did a great job keeping the quarterback upright. They're still so talented, and that's going to be the key to their success and finding out whether they can repeat as national champions.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. And the Hoosiers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Scanning the field, it's Hoover. Finds his target. Racing to the right. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Hoosiers! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Fighting Illini offense comes out ready to go to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Right back to it. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. 3rd down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab down the middle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out wide right, it's Perry. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game, they pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a 4th down. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Making his first move. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And everyone needs to have their packages. When they go 5 wide and they spread you wide, what's your answers? And I like the defense right here.
Looking deep. Makes the grab at the 30. Brought down after the huge gain. Gets this offense set up at the 27. They'd hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set them up inside the 30, 1st and 10. Drops back. It's Hoover. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the 1st quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
And we talk to teams week after week, and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
Got his man. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a 1st down in the red zone. The Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And they take it in for 6 more points. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. Hand it to the back. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. To the air, it's Hauser. Look out! Looking for a big gain. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the return. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. On the run, it's Richard. There he goes.
And here's what you know about Indiana football. They're going to be physical. They're going to be so well coached and disciplined, and they're going to run the football. It was the key ingredient to helping Fernando Mendoza win a Heisman. Like the ability to RPO off of it. So I don't know who the names are going to be throughout the season, but I know they're going to run downhill, no nonsense, and they'll have a guy that they'll hitch their wagon to.
Yeah, everybody talking about losing Mendoza, but Black and Hemby were a big part of that thing, too. I think the offensive line, though, was key to it all. Anytime you have 2 1,000-yard rushers, it's because the guys up front are pushing people around, and that was the secret sauce to Indiana's Cinderella run a year ago. So up front, these guys have to continue to dominate. They'll reload the backfield through the portal, through recruiting, but it all starts and stops with the big fellas pushing people around. That's going to be the key for them on offense.
First play of the period, 1st down here. They want to run it left here.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
It's a big stride inside the 10. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Rush right in his face. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Indiana! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last 2 plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Valentine. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Hands it off. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Out wide left, it's Clement. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
They'll move the tight end. Snap on first down, wants to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Lets it fly. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. He wants to throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. Fields the punt. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. To throw, it's Hoover. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
He locked up and held on to bring him down. And the Hoosiers racing to the line in a hurry up. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. They'll run the screen. Tried to set up the screen, and the defense wasn't having it. The Hoosiers will line up to punt it away. First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here, only called on one time in that loss last week. Illinois will get things going as the offense comes out onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He leaves it with the back. Driven back.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there.
Makes a grab and room to run. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together.
Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Turning it on. The 10. And he's out of bounds at the 1-yard line, a mere 3 feet from a pick six.
Great job getting the interception. Maybe an even better job on the return. You got the convoy. You're finding your blockers. You're out in the open field. You're saying, hey, coach, watch me with the ball in the open space. Maybe I can get on offense and get a few throws. That was a phenomenal individual effort.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Tries again to get it in. Stopped right there.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on third down?
On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. So now on comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. He splits the uprights, and that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Off play action on first down. Finds his tight end. Still running at the 40. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Marking out of bounds at the 46. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Illinois could try to take a shot here on 2nd and inches. In the backfield, it's Clement. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Using his legs, it's Richard. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Handoff again. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. Now the Illini calling a timeout there first. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Still looking to his right. Fires on the move. Right side, it's Marsh. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. And the Hoosiers will line it up on 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Going to try to get it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Those always sting a little bit when you get so close to getting the QB to the ground, creating a negative play, and then all of a sudden he turns it into something positive. Just really annoying as a defensive guy.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
At the pace this guy's going at right now, this could be a record-setting type day. This could be a game for the ages for this dude. He already has 2 touchdowns, picks up that first down. This is still the first half, guys. What is this guy capable of doing the rest of the game? We're going to find out.
Got it in the middle. It's Becker. They kept him out of the end zone, but not before he gets it to the 1-yard line, and it'll be 1st and goal. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense, going right down the field in 6 plays, and now set up for 1st and goal.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And he's gonna score. Touchdown, Indiana!
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the 2nd half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Running behind that left side. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Illinois right back to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Makes the grab over the middle. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Back to throw, it's Hauser. Had to get rid of it quickly. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. Trying to make 1 miss. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Offense has enough time to get off the play before we head to the half. Drops back on 1st down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Got a man, it's Richard. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Third quarter will get underway as soon as Illinois kicks it off. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Takes the handoff. It's Richard. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the...
Oh, what a move to get open. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Fighting Illini offense comes out ready to go to work. Wide receiver going in motion. RPO complete to open the drive. Breaks free, and he might be gone. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Hauser. He's got the tight end. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. See some running room.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Keeps it himself. He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Guys, checking in from the Hoosiers sideline. Guys, I can feel the energy here and the chemistry between this quarterback and his star wide receiver. He's already got 100 yards receiving in this game. And the way they're talking on the sideline here, they want to keep that going. I think you're going to see him continue to get some downfield targets from his QB here in this game. I'll keep you posted.
Holly, thank you. Uh-oh, look out. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
The Hoosiers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Can't get him to the ground.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got him on the RPO. Could not make his way to the corner. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Trying to take it back. Makes a move. There he goes. Open it up. Touchdown, Hoosiers. Special teams proving to be special.
Hey, kick it to him at your own will, man, because that dude has a jetpack. He can absolutely fly. You see why they got him back deep, man. Catch it, let people kind of get an angle on him, and he just goes soof and takes off, erases angles. His speed back there as a punt returner, man, is it dangerous.
The Illinois offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Back to throw, it's Hauser. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. They'll put him in play from the 41 on first down. Defense in press coverage. It'll be a draw. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They dragged him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on it for a massive fumble recovery.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. And the Hoosiers want to move quickly.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. And he gets rid of it.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Oh, the attempt is no good. Guys, after this dominating performance, I guess the head coach wanted to be able to yell at the special teams coordinator. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Hauser. Pressure's there and he lets it go.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive. They've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Illinois coming out with a 1st and 10.
Blue 22, blue 20.
Motion from the wideout. Sells the run, looking to pass. A little release to the back. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Illini just added to its workload after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Back to pass, and he'll have to push it downfield. Finds his man. It's Dixon. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick catch. It's a fumble. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? Illinois moving it quickly down the field. Wants to throw one first. Here comes the heat. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Boyd. Left side is Huff. Oh, he's got some space. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Finding a line, I move the sticks through the air. Let's see if they go back to it on 1st down. Out wide right, it's Platt. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Huff. Touchdown, Fighting Illini. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Hey, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. He's changing the play. Looking for a crease. It's Richard. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
3rd and long right here. Third down coming, but we'll have to wait just a second. Offense wants to think things over. They call a timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. 3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Sets his feet. It's Hoover. Right side, it's Becker. Turns it on in midfield. And the defense was on its heels after that long completion.
Man, it's go time for this defense now. I mean, you're down by a couple scores, and they're still making big plays. You got to find
a shot toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Illinois will get things going as the offense comes out onto the field. Tight end now in motion. Going with the counter play here. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
2nd down to the air. finds a tight end. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Breshetta Downs going up top. Oh, pressure's coming. Out wide left, it's Clapp. The clock will stop as they check on an injured member of the Illini. That is their senior starting wide receiver who the training staff is looking at, and Holly Rule will get us up to date on his condition. 2nd down, going to throw it. Back's got it on the screen. Break! Ball is loose. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back's got it on the screen. Fights off the defender. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Fires to the big fella. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Illinois picked up the 1st down. Now here they come again. Looking downfield, it's Boyd. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
Gets the back moving. Back to pass on 2nd down. Get it out to the supersonic guy. First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And here's a fumble way behind the line. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. They get the W, and with